Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel. Of course, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC. We're the best reviews wrestling in your three-time YWC channel of the year. And I'm back here. It is officially, of course, Wednesday night, July 30th of 2025. So we have one day left to go in the month of July, and then of course, like I said, on Thursday, not Thursday, tomorrow's Thursday, on Friday it will be August the 1st. So yeah, winding on down, man. We're winding down through this year. We're going into the 8th month and all that, and so it is approaching midnight, so it will soon be July 31st, the final day of July. So I figure I'd go ahead and make this video for you all now that I'm thinking about it. And before I get to that, let me just say, I know I say this at the end of every one of my videos, but I figure I'd say it here at the start of the video. Be sure to like this video, leave a comment after the fact, give your thoughts on anything I'm going to talk about here in this video. Go ahead and hit me up, let me know in the comments, get some of that, discussion, all that engagement, all that kind of stuff. Let's get some of that going. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, man, if you haven't already. Greatly appreciate all the support I can get. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, 1K. I'm currently sitting on this channel at 922 subs as of right now, as of this recording. So we got less than 100 subs. We're less than 100 subs away, about 78 subs away from hitting the big 1K here on the channel. Hashtag road to 1K. It continues, and I'm hoping to get there by the end of August, like at the pace we're going. It was like just the other day I did the video talking about reaching 900 subs, and now we're at 922 already. So if we could get there by the end of this year, for sure, we're going to blow that away. I have no doubt. We may even get there by the end of August, so can't wait for that. Very much excited. So be sure to share this video, tell your friends, tell everybody you know to share this content, share my channel, and subscribe to the channel, again, if you haven't already. But anyway, so here tonight, I'm here to give you guys a video that I've been personally, I guess in a way some of you may have been looking forward to, because I actually did a poll about a day or so ago asking if you guys wanted to hear me talk about the specific topic that I'm going to be talking about here today, a specific wrestling show that is upcoming this weekend. And a vast majority of the people who voted in the poll said yes, so I figured I'd go ahead and make this video and, go ahead and talk about this. So this upcoming weekend, we have, of course, WWE's big event. They tout it every year as the biggest event of the summer. It's, akin to WrestleMania, or it's close to it, or it's like the second biggest event of the year, right next to WrestleMania and all that. It's one of their big 4 pay-per-views they do every year. That, of course, being Summerscam. SummerSlam. So WWE this upcoming weekend is going to be Summerslam weekend, August 2nd and 3rd. Summerslam this year is going to be 2 nights. For the first time in history, they're moving SummerSlam to 2 nights. It's bad enough that they have WrestleMania be 2 nights, or it's one thing to have WrestleMania be 2 nights. Now they gotta have fucking SummerSlam be 2 nights. It's like, what is this company's deal with making fucking these events 2 nights? Like, I understand WrestleMania because of the whole spectacle and all that bullshit, and they did it a couple years ago, and it was quote-unquote successful, so now they're going to continuously do it, and they're going to make WrestleMania every year be 2 nights, and now they're making SummerSlam 2 nights? It's like, can this company stop thinking about fucking revenue and fucking money for 2 seconds? It's like, that's obviously what this is, because they're gonna extend SummerSlam to, now SummerSlam is going to be fucking 2 nights. Now you're going to have SummerSlam be 2 nights, because they just got to get that fucking ad revenue. They just got to get that fucking advertiser revenue. They just got to do it. They got to do it. Even though most of their PLEs, even though most of their premium live events barely have like 5-6 matches on every card, or sometimes like less than that, sometimes 4 matches, and you're going to extend an event like SummerSlam to 2 nights. What's next? Are we going to... It's only a matter of time. I guarantee you, it's only a matter of time before they extend Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble to 2 nights. All of their big 4 pay-per-views of the year, all their big 4 PLEs of the year are going to be 2 nights. Okay, WrestleMania is 2 nights. SummerSlam is now 2 nights. It's only going to be a matter of time before Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble are 2 nights. It's like, it's fun, like, it's obvious what they're doing. But, that's just me kind of nitpicking. But anyway... So this weekend, in a couple days, is going to be SummerSlam weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Like I said, August 2nd and the 3rd. So it's a big event. Quote, they tout it as a big event every year. It's the biggest event of the summer, blah, 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 all that bullshit. It's the biggest. It's, again, akin to WrestleMania. They try to hype it up as, being as big as WrestleMania or close to it, even though it shouldn't be, because WrestleMania is supposed to be the biggest event of the year, but now they're trying to tout SummerSlam like it's a equivalent to WrestleMania, only in the summer, but it is whatever. But anyway, so they got the 2-night event and blah, 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 and I actually, I just it was a couple days ago, right before I made the post that I made, talking about whether or not I should talk about this or cover this. But it was over the weekend, and I thought about it, and I was like, oh, that's right, Summerscam is this weekend, or next weekend, or Summerslam. So, yeah, let's see what all they got, because I've been hearing a lot of talk in the community, a lot of chatter, outside of course, the sad, outside of course, all the stuff with Hulk Hogan, the Hulk Hogan passing, and everything like that. You hear quite a bit of people talking about, SummerSlam, Summerscam, and, various things that are supposedly going to happen. A lot of rumors in terms of the matches, or one specific match, which is going to be the main event, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But so what I want to do here is I will just kind of skim through the card for both nights for SummerSlam. So I got the card right here in front of me, courtesy of Wikipedia. So let's just go ahead and get to it. So once again, it's going to be August 2nd and the 3rd from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, which of course, if you don't know, that's a football stadium where the Giants and Jets play. So they're going to have SummerSlam in a stadium. It's going to be a stadium show because, of course, all their big events are going to be in stadium shows, even though they have trouble selling tickets. They've had trouble selling tickets for the better part of this year, but I guess we'll see. That reminds me, right after I do this video, I should probably check what the ticket sales, what the seating is going to be, because that's what these WWE marks like to talk about all the time. They like to talk about attendance and this, that, and the third, and sell out arenas and blah blah blah. And I seriously doubt. I haven't even looked into it. I literally just thought about it, but I seriously doubt this thing is going to sell out. But we'll see, I guess. But anyway, so let's just go ahead and I'm going to real quickly go through the match card and just give you my thoughts as I go. This isn't like a full-on prediction video. This is just me giving my thoughts on the match card. So let's begin. And again, keep in mind that I don't follow WWE as closely as I used to. I do check in here and there, get the results, listen to other people who cover it, listen to other people who do reviews on it, stuff like that, from time to time when I find the time to. But I'm just so busy with the stuff that I'm doing and so on and so forth. But I do, every now and then I'll check in, tune in, see what all's going on. But anyway, so let's just get to the card here. So night 1 on Saturday. So here are the matches. There are, according to this, 6 matches that are made official for the card for Saturday, for night 1 of SummerSlam. So first, we're going to have a singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton, the champion, defending against Jade Cargill. Tiffany Stratton's okay. I personally think that she has been a tad bit overhyped, but that's just me, especially now that she's, the women's champion, since she's been a women's champion, so on and so forth. And I do think she has talent, but I do think that it's a matter of, sometimes people get behind somebody a little too much and they tend to get a tad overhyped. That's just kind of where I feel Tiffany Stratton is. She's, like I said, she has a talent. She's a talented wrestler, but yeah, that's just kind of what I feel like. And then Jade Cargill, Jade Cargill's kind of just been there. She was. A lot of people, ever since she made the jump to WWE from AEW, it's, alright, sorry about that. So anyway, as I was saying, Jade Cargill's in this title match against Tiffany Stratton, the champion, and Jade Cargill, really ever since she came to WWE, she's been there. So many people when she came in were saying, oh, she's going to be the next big thing. Oh, WWE's going to take her to the next level. Oh, she's going to be that next level. She's going to be a next level talent. She's going to be the face of the women's division in WWE. And she's been there, a year? Almost, seemingly, I believe, about a year and a half, however long. And she's just there. She's just there. What have they done with her? She held the tag titles with fucking Bianca Belair. Worthless tag title. Worthless pair of women's tag belts. The women's division is worthless in WWE. Like the WWE women's tag titles are absolutely worthless. Okay, that's not me just saying that. There's a multitude of people who think so. They've been worthless since their inception. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. They have no real tag division. And Jade Cargill, the one thing they had her do, the one noteworthy thing they had her do is pair up with Bianca Belair and win a meaningless set of women's tag titles. And then they have this whole BS with Jade and Naomi and they're feuding and, Bianca's somehow involved in that. And again, I don't know all the details because I don't follow it that closely, but it's like, what has Jade Cargill done since she's been in WWE? Not a whole lot of anything. And has she improved since she's been in WWE? Hardly. Is she a better worker? Is she better in terms of promos? Is she a more believable character? Is she a more larger-than-life individual than she was when she was in AEW? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. That's just me. And I understand she was out for a while with an injury or something like that, so that was part of it. But still, it's like, where's the appeal? Like, where's this big, like, people were praising when she first came in, she was going to be the next big thing. I don't see it. I don't see it. And now she's in a women's WWE women's title match against Tiffany Stratton, and I'm going to be real with you, I don't think she's winning this match. There's no way they're going to have their golden goose, basically, in Tiffany Stratton, drop this match here. I don't see it. I don't see Jade winning here. I'm just going to be real. I don't see her winning this match. There's no way they're going to give a homegrown AEW talent a top-tier WWE title. There's no way. Oh, well, Cody Rhodes is different. Cody Rhodes was not homegrown in AEW. Jade Cargill got her start in her pro wrestling career in AEW. You really think they're going to give an AEW talent a top women's title in WWE? Or a top title period in WWE? I don't think so. But yeah, so that's what I think of that match. I mean, it could be something, but personally, it's just going to be another match on the show. I think Tiffany Stratton is retaining, though. I don't see Jade Cargill winning. I don't see Jade Cargill winning. Like, she's been nothing short of just another body. They all the appeal, all the hype, all the pizzazz, all the speculation that she was going to be his next big thing. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. And, it is what it is. Part of it is her. Part of it is on her. Part of it is her. She's to blame. But I think a big part of it is WWE just not doing what they were supposed to do with her. It's just what it is. What it is. Look at her career in AEW versus her career currently in WWE. Polar opposite. She was a killer in AEW. What is she in WWE? Another body, pretty much. Moving on. So next up, oh Jesus Christ, you want to talk about a joke. This match here, this has got to be the biggest fucking joke of this entire fucking match. This is going to be the biggest joke match of this entire pay-per-view. It's a random tag team match. It is Drew McIntyre and Logan fucking Paul versus the team of Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Are you fucking kidding me with this match? Are you fucking kidding me? First of all, fuck Logan Paul. Fuck him to infinity. The motherfucker should not be wrestling. The motherfucker should not have a platform. Period. I don't fucking want to hear it. The man should not be in fucking pro wrestling. Period. He should not have a platform. He should not have a stage. Period. In this profession. He does not deserve that fucking platform. The dude is a fucking scumbag. There's a reason why people don't like his ass. He has legitimate fucking go away heat. And not for the reason of, oh, he's such a good heel. He's such a charismatic heel and he gets people to dislike him and all that whatever bullshit. He is legitimately disliked outside of pro wrestling. It has nothing to do with his character work. Or how quote unquote good of a fucking heel he is. He's a legitimately hateable fucking individual. Nobody likes him. Okay? Nobody likes him. Nobody fucking wants him there. And yet WWE continuously pushes this guy, shoves him down fucking people's throats. Every fucking chance they get. Every big pay-per-view, every chance they get. They parade this motherfucker out there. Why? Because he's got a big social media following. That's why. Not because he's a great wrestler, not because he's a larger-than-life individual, not because he's this great fucking talent, this great mic worker, this great gimmick, but because he's a fucking YouTube celebrity. That's the only reason why they're fucking still pushing this guy to this point. He's fucking garbage. He does not need to be in fucking pro wrestling. I stand by that. And you team him up with Drew McIntyre. Fucking Drew McIntyre should be a world's champion. Drew McIntyre deserves better than being stuck in a random-ass tag match with fucking Logan Paul. And then on the other side, Randy Orton, Randy Orton is Randy Orton. Say what you will about him. The dude has been doing work, in his entirety of his career. He's at the back end of his career. I think he's, I think it's getting close to the end of his career too. I think, he may have another year or so. He was out for a long time. Now he's back, and it is what it is. Randy Orton's one of the guys. He was one of the guys during the Attitude Era. He's had such a illustrious career. He's had a long career in WWE, but I think at some point it's time for him to back it up. And then fucking Jelly Roll. His partner in this match is fucking Jelly Roll. A non-wrestler. The guy is not a wrestler. He's not even in the fucking business. He's not even trained in the business. He's a fucking singer. And from what I've heard, a fucking bad one at that. So, you've got a fucking tag match with no stakes, nothing on the line, just two fucking non-wrestlers, a piece of shit in Logan Paul, and a fucking overrated fucking singer that they parade out there. Another fucking celebrity appearance. Another fucking celebrity spot in a fucking match. Just for the hell of it. Where's the appeal to this match? What is the appeal to this match? That we're going to see a fucking singer, a guy who's not even a fucking wrestler, in there with a piece of shit like Logan Paul? Is that the fucking appeal to this match? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. What a garbage ass match, dude. What a garbage that I swear is going to be the biggest joke of this entire weekend, of this entire show, of this entire SummerSlam weekend. That match right there is the biggest fucking joke of this entire thing. That's it. That's it. A Jelly Roll? Are you serious? Jelly Roll in a fucking match? Are you people fucking serious? Do you want so bad? Do you want so bad to appeal to the fucking mainstream that you'll just fucking throw anybody out there? Any fucking B, D, C-list celebrity you can get your hands on, you'll just fucking throw them out there. Logan Paul's bitch ass out there. Just so you can get clicks. Just so you can get fucking attempts to get their fucking fan base to watch your shit. Are you that fucking desperate? Jesus Christ, man. What a garbage ass fucking match. Like, I swear, it hasn't even happened. What is the appeal to that? Like, I'm dead serious. What is the appeal to that fucking match? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Let's move on. I don't want to harp on that too much. Next up, we got a singles match here for the World Heavyweight Championship. Champion Gunther defends against CM Punk, or Z-Pac Phil. Well, I call him Z-Pac Phil, or, CS Punk, or Corporate Sellout Punk. It could be something, I guess. CM Punk at this stage of his career has no business in a freaking world title match, but again, I guess he's getting one because he's CM Punk, I suppose. But yeah, Gunther, he had that match with fucking Goldberg at Saturday night's main event, and he actually won, which I'm kind of surprised by. I was thoroughly convinced they were going to have fucking old-ass, almost 6-year-old Goldberg fucking beat Gunther, and that would have been it for Gunther in terms of his credibility. But Gunther won, and now he faces another kind of older talent in CM, but not as old, but still, he's getting up there, and he's got the wear and tear, and so on and so forth. I personally will not be surprised if they have CM Punk win. Like, to me, Gunther he comes off as a transitional champ. Like, he literally dropped the title to Jey Uso at WrestleMania, only for him to win it back, like, months later. And now he's wrestling against guys like Goldberg and CM Punk, and, like, he's a transitional champion. Like, I would not be surprised if they have him drop the title here. And then there's another rumor that I keep hearing involving Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is supposedly out right now with an injury, And the rumor that I heard, this is what, like, courtesy of F4W, a couple sites, is that Seth Rollins was supposedly going to cash in this match, and would see it, like, the quote unquote reported plan was for CM Punk to win the title here, and then Seth Rollins is going to cash in on Punk and take the title from him, much like Punk did with Drew McIntyre like a year or two ago at WrestleMania. So, Seth Rollins is going to stick it to Punk by basically cash, because Seth Rollins has the Money in the Bank briefcase, so he can cash in, blah, blah, blah. That was the reported plan. But, Seth Rollins got allegedly injured at the last show, show he wrestled against LA Knight. I think that was at Saturday Night's main event. So he's injured, quote unquote, and there's a bunch of conflicting reports out there about this Seth Rollins injury, where some people are saying, oh, it's a kayfabe injury, it's a worked injury, he's not really hurt, they're setting something up down the line where he's going to make a surprise appearance, specifically with this match. And then there are other people saying, oh, it's not a work injury, he's actually hurt, blah blah blah, and they conflict. I've been hearing a number of different conflicting reports. Some people say he's legit hurt. Other people say he's not actually hurt. It's a kayfabe injury. I don't know who to fucking believe. Like, like with stuff like this, stories like this, it's like these people don't know what to like. These people don't know what the fuck they don't know what direction they want to go in. It's like you have to take stuff like that with a grain of salt. So I would not be surprised in the slightest if they had CM Punk win here. And I also would not be surprised in the slightest if they had Seth Rollins cash it. I mean, it would be incredibly predictable considering all the reports floating around, but that's WWE for you. So the match itself, it could be something, it is what it is. But yeah, so yeah, that's just that. Moving on. So next up, we have another tag team match, this one being in the women's division for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, the worthless WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. The champions, the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, defending against a team of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Whatever. I mean, I don't really see a whole lot of appeal to this match. I mean, it's for a pair of worthless women's tag belts. I will continue to say that they're worthless. They're just WWE, it's basically like fucking props. WWE treats it as just props. They don't have an actual women's division. They just throw fucking women together and they just throw random women together and pair with each other and call it and form tag teams and call that a tag team division. It's just a bunch of random pairings and they call it a tag team division. It's not a tag division. And now you got this whole Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss team that a lot of people are getting behind, and it's whatever, personally, this match is probably not going to be anything special. It's just going to be whatever. So then, we get another tag match here. Boy, this is like, what, the third tag match on this show? Third tag match here. It's going to be a team of Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, because he's got to, make an appearance again. Roman Reigns teamed up with Jey Uso, go figure, the original bloodline. They can't do a pay-per-view, or they can't do a PLE, a big PLE without all that bloodline stuff. So Roman Reigns teams up with Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman. They're part of like Seth Rollins' new faction or whatever. But of course, you got to have Roman Reigns coming out again. Here we go. The Roman Reigns returns, and everybody's got to get on the Roman Reigns hype train. Roman Reigns is back. Roman Reigns is back. He's the tribal chief. The tribal chief is back. Acknowledge me. Somebody's gonna make a meme out of that. Just watch. Somebody's gonna make a meme out of that. But yeah. So yeah. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I mean, personally, this just like it seems like a tag match to me. Like, or not. Well, that's obvious. It is a tag match. It seems like a tag match that you'll see like on Raw or SmackDown. Why is this on a pay-per-view? Just saying. Because Roman Reigns is in it. Of course. The Roman Reigns that instantly makes it a pay-per-view match, according to a lot of the the dopes out there who watch this stuff. But to me, this is a match you would see on fucking Raw or SmackDown. Or on Saturday night's lame event or whatever, and they got it on a pay-per-view. I mean, if they got fucking Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus fucking Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul on this fucking card, then why not fucking throw Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed? Why not? Why not? Just throw that on there. See, this is the thing about having a 2-night show. You have bullshit-ass random matches that are thrown together like this. It's whatever. I don't really, I personally don't care either way. It's going to be a whatever match. And then, speaking of a fucking just baffling match, the final match, according to this, on night 1, Jesus Christ, this is just night 1. I haven't gotten to night 2 yet. I want to speed this up. I'm 25 minutes in. Speaking of what, the final match, at least listed here, is a singles match with Sami Zayn one-on-one versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett. And the stipulation, there's apparently a stipulation to this match. The stipulation is, if Kross wins, Zayn has to say the words, Kross was right. And if Sami Zayn wins, then Kross has to say, I was wrong about Sami Zayn. The fuck? The fuck kind of stipulation is this? The fuck kind of stipulation is that? If Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. This is the level of WWE's creative. Oh my god. You're fucking throwing a random ass singles match that, again, you can have on fucking Raw or SmackDown. But the stipulation being that if Kross wins, Sami Zayn has to say that Kross was right. And if Sami Zayn wins, Kross has to say that he was wrong. What? The fuck? What kind of stipulation is this? What the hell kind of match stipulation is this? What the hell? What is this random ass shit? Like, what? Jesus Christ. Again, I don't know what this is about. I do not follow it that closely, so I don't know what the fuck this is. But this has got to be one of the most random ass fucking stipulations for a match I have ever seen for a WWE show. One of the most random ass stipulations I've ever seen. If this guy wins, then the other guy has to say that he was right. But if the other guy wins, then he has to say that he was wrong. What? What the hell kind of fucking match stipulation? What the hell kind of match stakes are these? Is this the level? Is this how far WWE's creative has fallen? Are you serious? Jesus fucking Christ almighty. Let me just move on to night 2. Oh my god. Because I'm going to spend all night talking about that. Alright. So let's get to... I'm going to try to breeze through this as quickly as possible. Because again, I'm 27 minutes in. So we got a 6-pack. Tables, ladders, and chairs match. So TLC, I guess a 6-way, 6-pack tag team match. A tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. It's going to be the team of the Wyatt Six, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, who are the champions, versus the teams of Andrade and Rey Fenix, versus DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, versus Fraxium, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, versus Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. That might actually be a fun match. Like that on paper, that seems like an interesting match. I don't think we've ever had. Well, I don't want to say ever because we've had a lot of TLC matches in the past. You know, with the Hardys and the Dudleys and Edge and Christian. But I think this is like the first time we've had a 6-pack TLC tag match. I think this is the first time we've ever seen that. Well, again, I'm trying to think. Because I know they've had multi-man or multi-team TLC matches. I know they had one back in 2002. But I think this is the first time we've had a 6-pack challenge tables, ladders, and chairs tag match. Or 6-pack TLC tag match for the WWE tag titles. That could actually be something. You know? That's the one match that immediately jumps out to me as, hey, that could actually be good. That could actually be interesting. Because I don't think we've ever seen that. So, TLC, 6-team, or 6-way, however you want to put it. Tables, ladders, and chairs, 6-way tag match for the tag titles. That could be something. You know? You never know. So then, next up, we get a singles match here for the Intercontinental Championship. Dominic Mysterio, one-on-one versus AJ Styles. And, you know, I like Styles. You know, I think he's great. I think Styles is one of the, you know, legends. You know, TNA original. You know, great guy. Personally, I think, WWE could have done better with him. That's just me. Him challenging for the Intercontinental title here is a major downgrade to what he should be doing. But it is what it is. And the fact they have Dominic Mysterio at this point, who is still the Intercontinental Champion, is... I mean, I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. Other than, I don't personally really see the appeal in Dominic Mysterio. Like, you know, he's alright. but I just don't see the appeal. That's just me. So Intercontinental title match could be all right. But I mean, hey, maybe Styles wins. You never know. I seriously doubt it, though. They're going to have Styles job out to Dominic Mysterio because, I mean, how many times have you seen other guys like Penta and other guys job to Dominic Mysterio? So AJ Styles is probably going to be more the same. So then next we got a steel cage match for the United States Championship. The champion Solo Sikoa defends against Jacob Fatu. Here we go with the bloodline stuff, of course. You know, Solo Sikoa surprisingly is the United States champion versus the former champion Jacob Fatu. And they're, again, this is a continuation of all the bloodline Civil War BS. So it's whatever. It could be something. You know, the steel cage stipulation makes it interesting. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And then next up, we get a no disqualification, no count out, last chance match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. The champion Becky Lynch defends against Lyra Valkyria, with the stipulation being if Becky Lynch wins, Lyra Valkyria can no longer challenge for the title as long as Becky Lynch is champion. Pretty sure we've seen that. I'm pretty sure WWE has done this match before, like a bunch of times. So, outside of the fact that it's no DQ and no count out, and you know, with the stipulation, if Lyra loses, she can no longer challenge for the title. I really don't see the appeal to this match. Like, you've already seen this a bunch of times, and you're throwing them on a pay-per-view again with a no DQ stipulation or whatever. It's like, comes off as a whatever match to me. I mean, it's for a mid-card. It's for a mid-card belt in the women's division, so it's like whatever. I mean, isn't Becky Lynch supposed to be one of the faces of the division, and you've got her carrying around a mid-card title belt? Where's the logic there? Like, just saying. Just saying. All right, so next up, we get our second to last match here. We have a triple threat for the Women's World Championship. The champion, Naomi, defends against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, two former champions. Yeah, it could be something. I mean, I'm personally surprised Naomi's champion at this point. I think she won it by virtue of, you know, she was the Money in the Bank winner, if I'm not mistaken. She cashed in or whatever. So it's one of those kind of deals. You know, Rhea Ripley, you know, is a decent competitor. You know, I think a lot of people are behind Rhea Ripley more so for her just visual, you know, the aesthetic, you know, her appeal, her visual appeal more so than her in-ring ability. I do think she's a decent enough wrestler. Io Sky, same thing. Well, Io Sky is definitely, you know, more of a solid wrestler than she is anything else. And Naomi's, you know, she's had spots of, you know, she's had flashes of being pretty good or, you know, solid as a wrestler. So it could be a decent, you know, triple threat match, but I'm kind of like, it's just another match on the show. You know, that's just me. And then finally, we get what's likely going to be the main event of the show. Likely going to be the main event of the entire pay-per-view, or it's going to be billed like the main event of the pay-per-view for night 2. It's going to be a street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship. The champion, John Cena. Fucking Christ. The champion, John Cena, defends against former champion Cody Rhodes. Rematch of WrestleMania. And it's like, what do you want me to say about this? It's likely going to be just as bad, if not worse, than the WrestleMania match, which a lot of people are still, to this day, calling the worst WrestleMania main event in WWE history, the worst main event in WrestleMania history, and now they're doing a rematch with a street fight stipulation. There's so much stuff people are saying about this. You know, I've been hearing rumors for weeks now of supposedly WWE's planning on doing a double turn where Cody turns heel and Cena turns back into a face or whatever. You know, they've been planting the seeds of it, you know, for weeks on SmackDown or whatever, you know, on previous shows. And, you know, Cena's still got this ridiculous fucking heel turn, which has been a complete flop. It's been a complete flop since, you know, he first turned heel. And, you know, with all the stuff with The Rock not showing and just the heel turn not making sense and just, you know, him seemingly not really being into it just based on the fact that it really wasn't supposed to happen if you listen to the rumors. Like, you know, the plan was never for John Cena to turn heel. The Rock wanted Cody Rhodes to turn heel, but he refused, basically. Or there are people within the company who didn't want him to turn heel. So Cena was a second choice. So Cena ended up turning heel. And as a result, you see what you see. You know, this heel turn has been an absolute flop. And now they're talking about turning him face. And so, yeah, so I personally don't think his match is going to be anything more than a repeat of the WrestleMania match. The fact that it's a street fight makes it a little more interesting. But, you know, because I'm sure may have a run in, or I don't know who would run in, because you're not going to have the Travis Scott thing, because Travis Scott is reportedly done with WWE, or WWE's done with him. Thank God, because that guy was fucking atrocious. That guy was fucking. He had no business. He's another guy who had no business in the fucking profession, in the fucking business. Another guy who has no business being in the ring, no business being in wrestling, just like Jelly Roll and just like Logan Paul. Another guy, another outside name, who made his name elsewhere, who WWE brings in just to get hype for their fucking show. He had no business being there. But outside of the street fight stipulation, I really don't see this being anything more than a repeat of the WrestleMania match. I mean, it's it's Cena, John Cena, who's well past his prime. He's fucking his retirement year. He's personally, he should have never won the title, period. He has no business being champion. His matches have sucked. He's as slow and unathletic as he's always been. The only difference between now and back then is he's older and even slower, and it's even worse. And then Cody Rhodes hasn't really been anything special either. Like, he's been as generic as possible, ever since he won the title. And so it's just another matter of, it's going to be the same old shit, pretty much. And all this stuff about a double turn. People have asked me what I think about it. Personally, whatever, if Cody turns heel, I mean, good. I mean, he should have turned heel before, because people were starting to boo him, so he should be a heel anyway. And I personally don't care whether Cena's a heel or face. I always say fuck John Cena, and I find it was interesting that he even turned heel to begin with, or he even agreed to it. But yeah, it's been a flop. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think. And him being a face, I don't care for, because we've seen Cena as a face for fucking years, and I don't care to see it again. He needs to just retire, get to the end of the year, retire, and then just be done with it, and just be gone. That's my thoughts on that. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for that. So that is the entire match card, and that is what I think of it. And to me, there's some, I'm not going to say it's completely terrible. Like, there's some matches, like I said, the TLC match, the women's triple threat. A couple of these matches I think could be something, but largely it's just a lot of nonsensical BS. It's just fucking the Sami Zayn Karrion Kross match, fucking Jelly Roll and Logan Paul in a fucking tag match. It's like it makes no goddamn sense. It's a bunch of nonsense, But that's what happens when you're WWE and you want to fucking pack a bunch of matches. You got 2 nights, you got 2 nights worth of matches to fill, so you just put random shit on there just to fill a card. That's what happens when you make a show 2 nights. But yeah, so that's pretty much my thoughts on that. So Summerscam, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my thoughts on it. I don't think it's necessarily going to be terrible, but it's not going to be anything special, to me anyway. That's just my opinion. But anyway, so those are my thoughts on it. So again, sorry this video ran long, but I had a lot to get out. So those are my thoughts on Summerscam / Summerslam for 2025, this upcoming weekend. For those of you who are going to watch it, hope you enjoy it. That's all I got to say. But anyway, but yeah, outside of, like I said, the 2 or 3 matches I think might be interesting. Everything else to me is just forgettable nonsense. They're just forgettable matches. It's just going to be. That's pretty much what I think of it. It is what it is. But yeah, so yeah, another overhyped WWE event. In the books, or it's going to be in the books, and yeah, so that's pretty much going to be it for that. So that's pretty much my opinions on Summerscam, and so we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like on this video, leave a comment, give me your thoughts on anything I talked about here. What do you think of how do you think Summerscam is going to be ultimately? Go ahead and hit me up. Let me know in the comments down below. And be sure to subscribe once again. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support I can get. And with that being said, it's pretty much going to do it for this video, man. So it is past midnight, so it is now technically July 31st, the final day of July. It is now officially Friday. So I hope you all have a good Friday, good rest of your night. Or Thursday, I'm sorry, Thursday. I meant to say Thursday. God, I'm getting my dates mixed up again already. But hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys in the next video. And that's going to be it for me for now. So thanks for watching once again. Until next time, Wrestling Otaku, I'm out. See you guys later. Peace.